Well, hello there. Welcome to your new happy place, or welcome back. It's good to have you here. Today's message is going to be a somewhat of a continuation or a branch off of the new moon in Taurus reading that I did yesterday. It is today, May 8th, 2024, so it's still the day of the new moon, but following up with the kind of the newborn version of our true selves, right? Um, I thought, new moon, okay, now what? And I'd love to really kind of paint this just in as many beautiful words as I can. But that's actually what occurred to me with this particular rune that we got. Tiwaz, number 17, the polar star, um, which is, really just a beautiful way to say um, happy birthday, right? Um, so it's, like I said, I didn't want to make it too flowery. And, the truth is we are coming out of the dark. We are coming out of the mud. We are coming out of the winter. All of these collective ways to say it's been a true time of learning. Okay. We have definitely gone through some experiences as a collective, as far as who we are and how everything works together. Right. So I heard busting because I was going to do like, a follow the yellow brick road kind of thing, all kinds of ideas. But then I heard how to bust out of a black hole with a yay sign in your hand, which is where this came from, right? So black hole, egg, manhole, whatever you want to call it, still kind of the same dark place where it's really up to us whether we want to even look up, let alone uh, attempt to rise from that place, right? Um, Now, it's all about authority, right? Which the rune is all about authority, self integrity, as the point of strength to rise again. So that's the message here. That's the message here. Knowing now who we are, or having, that's why I said it was a continuation. Because it's kind of like now that it's ridiculously obvious that we all have everything we need to play with in order to really, have the best life possible. That's becoming more collectively, more and more, understood, or at least appreciated as something to even play with as a concept, right? Okay, so I'm tripping all over the way to express that, but that's essentially where we're going with this message. So thank you, Spirit. Thank you again. Again, I want to say thank you for all the likes and subscribes, and you know, let's grow this happy place collective. So we got the sacrament of extreme unction, which I'm not sure if y'all are familiar, but this is the last rites, essentially, the anointed. This is in Catholicism where they um, basically, um, do the last rites so that your spirit can ride free, right? Um, which is interesting. New moon, we're really in that place. We're really in that place. And I think this is why I'm so tongue tied. And this, I may not. Thank you very much. Okay. So this was the first blessing that I pulled for us, right? For this particular message. Now I wrote on a little bit. Okay. So this, I don't, for those of you who have ever seen, might have seen me, hear me say this before, um, I have an aversion for words that don't feel good. Okay. Strange thing, but it's true. So the word Lord I looked up a bit ago. And this here is even spelled in lowercase, which is bothers me even a little bit more. But essentially, the word Lord was put into our Bible, this version of the Bible that is so common, capital L, capital O, capital R, capital D, to represent the to be or the aspect of Yahweh, actually. So it does not, this, written like this implies a human master. This is why it says, those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. Now, mind you, that's a beautiful message, okay? I have no argument with the message. The message is implying this part. This part's bothering me. Okay, now, bear in mind, right? Arrow, we're coming out of a black hole with ourselves in our hand, right? The joy of ourselves having opinions for a reason, right? So this is my irritant, right? This is my pearl in the future. It's bothered me my whole life. So here I am, right? And getting ready to make a video about this particular message, and I am getting the message at the same time. Now, mind you, I drew this first, okay? And then I drew the rune, and I'm like, arrow, okay? Authority, self, that blends, that does it. And then this was the blessing that I picked, and I'm sitting here dissecting it. And I'm like, no, it's oneself. It's, faith, those who put hope in the true self, all of it, the will of the one that they're very aware of on the inside, will renew their strength. Like I even wrote, Yahweh, YHWH, you have the world in your hands. So you can see where I was hesitant on whether I was going to share this. Now, I asked for another because I was not satisfied with trying to explain this to y'all. But it's exactly the message. We have to start cleaning our own minds out on a regular and actually doing it in earnest. Because I am almost slightly embarrassed to show you this, but at the same time, I've been doing this my whole life. And this is what we're all doing, is trying to really get the joy, the hope out of this message, because it is the truth, but it's not written this is the pardon my mouth, the fuckery. Okay? This is why things attempt to be, this is why, things are occult. This is why things are hidden. Not why. Okay, so here we go. This is what we got. After you do all this, right? This is cathartic. This was a rough draft that needed to be corrected. This needed to be corrected for all of us. Thank you, and you're welcome, and thank you again, and thank you very, very much for understanding. And I really hope that we all start to really clean up our verbiage and what we believe, what we don't believe, what we allow to go in, and how we allow it to come in, and how we dissect it, how we discern it, how we analyze it to be true or not. And this was just the beautiful culmination. This says, she is clothed with strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future. Okay, this one here, those who hope in the Lord, those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. Those who hope in the self will renew their strength. This one's clothed in it. Okay, renewed in it, popping out of the black hole with the A sign in her hand. Thank you so much if you're still here. I really, really appreciate you dissecting this beautiful message with me. So not to hold you back anymore, let's go ahead and get some cards out, because this is, it's really important. This integrity in self is the message here. And there's so many ways for Spirit to tell us the truth, and it's always the same truth. Whether it be a box or a black hole or a matrix or, whatever container, it's good for the self to have a container, right? Or else we wouldn't know or have understanding of or even be interested in the parameters of our experience. So we are always trying to put things in a box. It's natural. That way we can understand it, we can label it, we can move on or expand. So understanding the repercussions of the box that we choose to be in any moment is really kind of, I guess, where we're at right now. Because at this point we're looking to rise, okay? Pop out of the manhole. Like, yeah, I want to live. I want to live. This world is not just a black hole. Life is not just, just this one and we're done. And, there's no more, there's no point. There's just like, again. Okay, so that irritates me. It really, really does. And it is a irritant working on being a pearl. So, all right, Spirit, thank you very much. Let me go ahead and breathe. And I want to thank you again. Thank you again very much, my lovely, beautiful baby Happy Place Collective, because I have an inquiring mind. Unalone. How appropriate. Thank you. Unalone. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Clothed with strength and dignity. And she laughs without fear of the future. Beautiful. Merkaba. Exactly. Our points of reference, our energy bubble, our however many bodies we have, energetically, they all contend with the points that we put in place, or maybe not our human self, but we have reference points so that we can stay contained. I hope I'm explaining that to some degree. I think Spirit's going to help us understand it better. I have a feeling that we're going to understand it a lot better. So let me go ahead and get one of these guys. Actually, you know what I want? I want archetypes, because I feel like that'll be where I need to go next. Oh shoot, I only got one more. Thank you so much. This one here is got me a little fired up. I mean, I'm a Leo dragon, fire dragon, like that, with Sagittarius rising. Yeah. The journey in reverse. Interesting. We're going to read the medicine because I think that's important. That's beautiful. Right along with Unalone. Now, the journey's about getting on your ship before it leaves. Leaves without you. And it, not that drastic, but the owl on the bottom. Fantastic. Let's do this, Spirit. Let's do this, Unalone. Sacrament of Extreme Unction. The Invisible Yay Sign. Oh, I also heard the song, All Night Long, Lionel Richie. I heard the part, my mom used to shout it when she was alive. When the song came on, feel good to feel good. I can't even say it like in the right key or whatever, but she'd shout it, feel good to feel good. Thank you, Mama. I appreciate that. So yeah, that went in hand with that rising point. If you're aware that you're in a box, void, hole, place that you are not happy, right? I'm not your happy place. It really is up to you to recognize that first and foremost. Therein lies the arrow, okay? Therein lies that little beginning of self-integrity, or a point of strength, because now you know what you don't want. Or now you know what you have experienced. You've got this one little baby experience. You know where you are in reference to that, right? Okay. Boundaries. I love this. I love this. Coming out of the bubble with a flower growing out of it. That looks like a yay sign coming out of a black hole. I love it. Change. Glorious looking card. Okay, let's go ahead and get a few archetypes, because I really feel like this is going to be a really interesting, and I'm working on the interestings and the ums. Thank you again for your patience. As I say again. Wow. Wow. Happy new moon in Taurus. I really do feel like it's in that beautiful place of anything is possible. I mean, Sacrament of Extreme Unction, it's all in our hands. It's Hello World, and all that that implies. The star is, direct. That's direct connection. That is, I know I'm whole, right? 1 plus 7, walking in the path of spirit, right? Walking with spirit. All right, archetypes, help me explain this. That was interesting. All right, the self in the comic. Wow. Yep. Popping out of the black hole with a yay sign in their hand. I think that's very comical. I felt pretty silly. All right, the comic goes into the dead end. Dun dun dun. Appropriate. All right, the black hole. I love it. What do we have in our hand as tool spirit? Anna Wendy! Fantastic. I'm sorry if I yelled. The feel good to feel good. Reason to rise. Yes, yes, yes. And the why. The fault line. Most definitely. Because we need it. I love that. I just love that. Oh my. Let me move some things around here so everybody can fit. Wow, Spirit, that's the way to say that. And I want to excuse me, Joe. I comment that I'm alone. I mean, wow. And now I'm befuddled and the cards falling down. It's a lot to take in. This is a lot to take in. What's on the bottom? I'm intrigued. The flame! Can you see that? I sure hope you can. And then the flame. Look at that orange hand coming out. The yay sign. Self. The fire. The self. The fire. Wow. Wow. That is so resonant. Beautiful. That is so, thank you, Trey. That is so beautiful. Pardon me. I need to sip. Thank you very much. Okay. It's time for tarot. Woohoo! Let's do this. Oh my. We'll see how that goes. Spirit, I'm mind blown right now. Oh, we want to read the journey. We want to read the journey. Just a moment. Because that is a big part of this journey into the dead end. Thank you, kitty. Speaking of North Star, this little kitty, saber-toothed tiger kitty, her name is North, as in North Star. Okay, so the journey, 29. 29. These books are really, this particular deck rather comes with a book that is really rather special with their help. With their reversal explanations. They call it medicine, and I really appreciate it. So I'm going to read this like this, and The journey is an invitation to step outside the boundaries of your life as you know it. The journey is not a holiday. It is a call to be hermit-like and to go on a pilgrimage into the unknown. There are no maps to the territory you will be exploring, no marked paths or road signs. Wow. All right, the medicine. The journey is calling you, but the timing is premature. Collecting postcards or fantasies of where you want to go may take over your focus and make you miss your destiny. Other things must be completed first, or you may still be attached to knowing the destination. Remember that the point of the journey is not the destination, it's who you will become as you are transformed along the way. Do not confuse the inner and the outer journey, which is spectacular. Spectacular. There you go. We're definitely going to not confuse the inner and outer journeys. All right, so this is definitely an inner journey. Again, with this little baby flame, it's definitely an inner representation, right? Inner journey. All right, let's see where this goes. Inner journey. I love that. Coming out of the black hole. Wow. All right. Now the comic is an interesting archetype because essentially it takes almost like a genius of human understanding to really make a joke about anything because it's all about perception. You have to be able to see the subject matter, understand it, see the irony in it, and then like see it from like three different perspectives, and then be able to tell it in a way that bottles it down and into the essence of the funny part. So there's actually a lot to be said as the self as the comic. That's a very intelligent human. You know, all of those colors are a thing. You know, all aspects of the self. Whoops. All aspects of the self right here. I love that it's a cat. That is too much. And the comic going into the dead end is just truly, completely. I know where I'm trying to go. All right, let's go ahead and do this. I think I need to put my little one down here again. This is getting messy. There we go. And Anima Mundi is like life force itself. So the very intelligent, savvy human being self goes into the dead end, which is basically the left hand, and it seems to me blocking an eye, covered in gray, brambles, right? Very similar to a fault line. Yeah. So understanding walks into the black hole, okay, with a yay sign in their hand because it's intolerable, and it's not true, and it's just not accepted anymore. It's not it makes us feel like this, okay, versus this. Same message. Same basic message. However, this one is said in a way that takes away my power. Okay? Our power. Our little baby collective's power, which is why I got so bothered by it. This one says pretty much the same thing in an M-E-M powering way, right? What a difference. What a difference. Now that's the difference between the comic and the dead end. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, we won't even make it a dead end. We'll make it a fault line. Okay? Because it's definitely workable. But it needs to be worked on. That's the journey. That's the journey. Thank you, Spirit. All right, let's get into some tarot because feel like I am kind of rephrasing the same concept in many different ways. So, did I just? Oh boy, I don't know if I put that. So, let me. 1 second. Whew. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you very much. All right, what represents this dead end right now? Wow, nothing but opportunity. We're a brand new self, a rainbow self, walking into a dead end with a handful of life force. That's definitely a yay sign in your hand. Hallelujah. Whew. Hallelujah. And the comic as the self would be represented. Nice. The Three of Wands. All right, so we've got the Ace of Pentacles as the situation in the dead end, and we got the Three of Wands as the comic and the self. Going into that, seeing the truth, perspective, knowing that it's yours. The Three of Wands represents knowing that they influenced this journey. This is theirs. They walked all the way to put their wand right there. Wow. Very cool. All right, and what is the foundation here, or the Anima Mundi? Nice, Anima Mundi. Of course it is. There's the life. Excuse me, the life force itself. And now this is how the self knows that it's okay. It's gonna win. Is because this is the opposite. Like this is not. I'm gonna keep going because I still feel that. What is that? It's almost like I'm defending our honor. I am defending like humanity's right to have the right the right mass memes, the right mass perceptions of what's possible. All this Anima Mundi, and people believe, can't find their way through that until now, until now. Let me breathe. We are coming out of a black hole after all. This is a rebirth. We are newly anointed. We're coming out of that fault line, that dead end. We're coming out of the dead end. We have this life force in our hand. This yay sign. This new appreciation of not alone. Of Spirit being here for us. Of being strong in our strength and our dignity, in our whole selves. That flame. Thank you. The Fool. Yes, just what I was explaining. Perfect. Thank you, Spirit, because that is us walking into the dead, as the comic, walking into the dead end with Anima Mundi in our hand because of the fault line. Here I come to save the day, right? Our own day, our own lives. This is, as far as wholeness, this is for us. This journey is most definitely for us. So that we can feel whole. All right. Thank you. 2. All right. All right. So this is a surrounding environment. 8 of Cups. So the Spirit is here. The vision quest is here. That walking into that dead end, looking for more. Or to pour the Anima Mundi onto it, because the comic understands. The comic knows there's value in all. There's value in every experience. Yeah. The comic's coming to pour life force all over that dead end. There is no dead end. The only dead end is perception, right? Which is probably why that hand is blocking the pupil, and all of this gnarly blockage is in place. Interesting. Self in the present. Judgment. Now, if this isn't spirit knocking at our door, and we answered, and here we are. Thank you. Sacrament of extreme unction. You know, it's like spirits calling and saying, "Hey, here's your hole. Here's you. Here's you. Feel good to feel good. Come on out of that. Come on out of that black hole. Let me give you this yay sign. This self integrity. This self authority. This hello world. This point of strength that you know that you are the only you, which is your biggest point of strength is your flame, right? She is clothed in herself. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. How does the Ace of Pentacles evolve into the future, please? Beautiful. Beautiful. Perception. Calm. Soothe. Filling the fault line with Anima Mundi. The journey. Unalone. Perfect. New. These people wouldn't be going somewhere else on this boat unless they realized that there was some other way to be, right? Self in the future after this judgment. Wow. King of Pentacles. Perfect. King of Pentacles. Self in the future, King of Pentacles. Situation, Ace of Pentacles. So you go from the Fool in the past, Judgment in the present, King of Pentacles in the future. It's like that innate trust, Spirit calling you, you doing what you calling, Spirit calling you to just be whole, just be wholly you, absolutely you, the best, all the way you, right? Because that's your perspective. And then the fruition of that, the Anima Mundi, King Midas himself, right? Full value. Yay sign in hand. Yay sign in hand. All right, what happens? What's the event here? This in the middle, please. Why are we talking about this? That wasn't. Yes, it was. Okay. I rarely take cards out just in random. Yeah. All right. This one wanted to be in my hand. This is interesting. Okay, I just saw. This is the calm. That calm place. Right. This is the Four of Swords. This is the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is the Ace of Pentacles playing out in this aspect. Okay, coming out of the black hole with the Ace sign in your hand. Right. This is the Ace of Pentacles come to fruition. This is the bridge to get there. Okay. This is recognizing that you have that golden voice in your head or your heart or your however you experience you, that you are whole. Okay. You are complete. All of this is outside of you. All right. This is where it's at. That Anima Mundi. Okay. That understanding of yourself and being whole as yourself. So where I was going with that is this being the progression of this. What happens in the middle is the Five of Swords. Okay. Now the Five of Swords I would consider like the fault line. All right. That aspect of having to defend your stance on your facts, right? Where you are with your opinion, not your opinion, but your understanding of stuff in your mental realm. So that being the bridge to essentially get here, it's like you walk right through that dead end with the Anima Mundi in your hand because you know that that's a fault line and you are all whole, all in yourself. Well, I hope I explained that well. Let's keep going. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Wow, I feel like really kind of tongue-tied and like Like I'm pulling myself out of the black hole at the same time. This is beautiful. And I mean that. I do truly mean that. Hmm. Thank you, Spirit. What's the cross here? What's the cross between the Ace of Pentacles and the Three of Wands? The Emperor. And knowing, owning your value and that it is yours. This is your world. This is your experience of it. This is your flame, your journey, your bubble, your perspective, and your life force ultimately, and your life, and your, how you word or what you allow to come in to your bubble. It's so very important. Discernment and the value of your own is really what I'm seeing here. The value of your own true connection is where it's at. Hopes. Queen of Wands, exactly. Self-actualization, right? Individuation. She is whole. She's whole. She's got her, it's not a dead end because she cleared it up. It's not a fault line because she's got it right in front of her, so it's well nourished. All of her is here. All of her. And she is glowing and radiant and well off for it. So this is the hope. That is Finn. Yes. Yes, please. Yes, please. What's our fear here? What's our fear as a collective? The King of Swords. Holding that yay sign up. That's our fear. Okay, let's see how that progresses because I don't want to be silly. It's actually taking it in hand. Oh, that's what I just heard. Taking it in hand. Taking that sword in hand. And it's funny because our bridge is a sword and our future situation is a sword. They're all bridged by judgment. Taking that perspective in hand. Is it a yay sign or is that just something silly that, may or may not work? That's interesting. How does that progress there? I got you. Not too many. Did that flip? Not that one. Oh, not that one. All right. What do we have? We got the Three of Swords. I don't want to cover it up. Did you see that though? Wow. Now I normally read for myself, right? My new baby YouTube channel is new, so I don't usually talk myself through this. And I wanted to put this one here first, but this was the one that came out first. So again, it's like that blessing card. It's like that blessing card. We don't, always want to accept the truth, but that's where the comic as the self shines. Because seeing things for what they are enables you to understand them, make light of them, and therefore live truly, like with life. Now this here is separation, right? Self-doubt. All of the things that a sword is not, that we don't want. And there's, in this instance, to me, that's words, right? The dead end, the fault line. Okay. Advice. Wow. There's your yay sign. The wreath. Look at that. And I'm going to pull my little awesome out again. Right? He's got his wreath. That he put on his own wand, probably. And this is all about self-recognition, the Six of Wands. That Six of Wands is recognizing the self. And, to be honest, in my opinion, you have to raise yourself above, put that wreath on there, and say, hey, look what I did. In order for those 5 other wands to actually pay attention, which is what this represents. Those 5 wands paying attention to you. Now, being the cheese ball that I am, the eternal optimist, I know that feeling. Self authority, self integrity, that point of strength, to hold yourself and bounce yourself off of that fire. That's yours. That is yours. Your anima mundi. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. What is the outcome, please? Yeah. 10 of Cups. And that seems so appropriate, right? 10 of Cups is the permanent state of self-esteem. And, self-esteem is knowing that you played a part in the good and the bad, in your own label of it, right? Because that's all personal. Perspective of emotion is very, very personal. One person can consider good versus, somebody else. So that's not what I mean. What I mean is that your experience of the life that you're living, you could be a comic, or you could be, a critic, right? Comic or critic. Stay in the black hole or hold your yay sign up higher, I think it's important. Something to think about. Look at that. 2 of Swords. Something to think about. Nice. Nicely done, Spirit. Nicely done. That looks like fresh perspective, right? Clear conscience. Clear conscience. Oh my. Excuse me. Let me put this here. Wow. Speechless. Truly, truly speechless. Again, and I just come back to the self. You are every single thing you need to be, all wrapped up in one. It's time to bust out of the black hole with a yay sign in your hand. Hello, world, right? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your likes, your subscribes, all the love, support. I really do appreciate this. And I do hope that someday we have a wonderfully, expansive collective. Liberation. let's play with this life that we have. Thank you so much. Until next time. Peace.